go to this second video of the Archi Mate modeling tools HTML report investigation. So last video I shared understanding the structure of this Archi export HTML report. I hope if you watched this video, you can have your HTML report generated. You can use that Archi assurance model I shared on the GitHub as our sample model, or you can use your own Archi model to do the export. And also you have a little the familiar with this AlaSQL language. And we use this starting statement to show tables. And we understood that there's a 7 table, and we make these tables data model using Rise editor. And I hope you still remember that the data model. You can put that on site, or I also suggest you, if you have a printer, print that to a paper. Because that will be very useful for your day-to-day this report query work if you want to play more. So this video is the one I want to go through and demo this query practice for this Archi HTML report using this AlaSQL query language. I hope you can follow me. I made the tutorial, the article. You can also practice afterwards, but it will be very valuable. I hope if you just have your HTML report open later on with me, and then we can practice and try from the basic, then go to the middle level, then go to the most advanced query writing altogether. Through that I would like after this video you can have mastered those 7 tables, and you can think about how to use this query to retrieve data based on your own usage scenario. So in short, within this video, we're starting from some basic query. So basic query is just a show table and also select direct things from the certain table. And then we will go to for certain specific we will make some constraints, or we call these conditions. Then also we will try to see if your data is not in one single table directly, how you can make the combined tables, and also how you can retrieve those through union, then and through the more advanced unions. Then I share some of my view based on my practice on certain use case, but I don't think that will be cover 100% of your practice. So let's see. So I hope this gave you some reference, and if you have any additional use case or usage scenario for query from this Archi HTML report, and you got any questions or difficulties, feel free to let me know. So I will be more than happy to see any additional ways we can gain from those reports. So I have uploaded this file, so you can directly come to this HTML file, which I prepared for today. And this is actually hosted in this EA repository, so under my GitHub, those websites. So let's go to this file. So if you go to that link, you can come to here. So this is my GitHub page. So if I go to here, so this page is by default is open the README. So this README, I have putting one additional line here. So under Archimate 2, so these come to this Archimate, this repository folder. This is directly go to the file I prepared for today. And also you can come to this repository directly. The file is under this Archi2 folder. So under here, but there's many files. I hope it's not confuse you. That is online file actually is written by our Markdown format. So if you click this, query on Archi's HTML, exported report is the same content to serve this HTML-based one. So you can use either formats. And then using, let's start, I will use this Archisurance finished model as a sample. So I put that in my another repository here. So this repository is called Archisurance_practice. I also have a dedicated series videos to demo to you how to step by step to make this model in Archi 2. But we will try to use the finished model. I already export that to the Archisurance HTML 5.3. 5.3 refers to my current Archi version. So you can click here to go to the repo folder directly. So this is the repo folder, but you cannot open that from here. So because that is not this HTML can be explained by GitHub. But you can see here during the time to time is during the past months is I keep upgrading my Archi version. So I have exported 5.0, 5.2 different versions. So that is the ways you can come to here, this repository to get this this kind of the repo. So I hope it's you can if you want to directly read this, you can fork this repository, then you go to the local. So I will open the local repository. So if you come to after your fork, you will have this repository contents on your local. Then from here, come to this 5.3. You can directly open this now. So that is what I have demoed to you last video. So let's starting from this, and then is I put our documents here. So let me hide this part, and then so when you open our Archisurance model, you see three tabs. By default, it's purpose because we don't have any the purpose text, so there's nothing. And here is the property. What we will play now is this query. Come to here, you'll see the AlaSQL. So that is the way. So it's coming from the model tree and also the views. This link. So if you make that bigger, so you can see that. And then we already opened that. I first, before we come to the demo, is I want to introduce you some reference links. One is this Archi, the AlaSQL, this one. So AlaSQL project file, project repository. So come to here, GitHub. Then you can get this AlaSQL. So this is their formal AlaSQL project. So within here, you can also join discussion or raise issues for the generic AlaSQL things. For example, is I also raised some questions here recently. So that is one. And secondly is the AlaSQL's this wiki file. This wiki file is under the AlaSQL this repository. So if you click the wiki, it's come to this one. So that is the wiki. But AlaSQL also have our separate wiki. They publish that more advanced things they publish to this readdocs.io. So from here, if you have interest, you can also learn some new features and certain days the functionalities of the AlaSQL. So that is the interesting part. I hope you can read that. And the number 4 is what in our Archimate tool, this GitHub project. So within Archi, we have our wiki page, and this wiki page is I think it's let me see. So HTML export here. So let me see. It's a list feature generate idea. So how to SQL query is this page. Is what I put link here. So from here, the field has mentioned our interesting, nice article. So if you click this article, is uploaded by some contributors on February this year. It's give you also another tutorial from the basic and to go to the specific and the combine table. I also follow roughly this logic, but I gave you this kind of the results and the in more detailed explanation. So you can learn from this article, from this link, or you can follow the latest contents together with me. So my content is cover that articles, and I add some more contents to demo to you. So first, we already use this show table. So once you have the Archi HTML report opened, so this report is based on your specific model. So when you show all the models, Archi models have this 7 standard table. So last video I also demoed to you is AlaSQL also have this create table, drop table. So you can create some additional tables, but from the query perspective, we focus on this 7 table. And also during the last video is we together to make this relationship. So this relationship is very important because all of our query is if we want to cross the table or want to join between 2 or 3 tables, you must know which is the primary key, which is the foreign key. So that is the important things for you to write some workable queries. So try to digest, and as I mentioned, is try to print this, put that on hand. It's quite small, so maybe you should print that into a A3 paper. Just my suggestion. So now let's once you familiar with this 7 table, their relationship, and now we know this table's name. I also mentioned this. Bear in mind is which character is the capital, which is the small case. Like this join the name is. You have this V and C both in the capital letters. So that is the way you need to make sure is you write down the correct table name because SQL statement is case sensitive. So let's start to play the actual things. Because although this ArchiSurance practice, ArchiSurance table model is not so big, but is already big enough, and very easily you have a very huge Archi model. So when you run some query, I highly suggest is you put top X first before you generate our huge tables results. So in our working the model in our architecture team is the element is already more than 10,000, relationship is the 20,000. So if you simply list all, so that will be not make sense. And so I put is if you want to know this element, the table's content, so try to use select with top X. I just wanted to see top 10, or you can make it top 5. Then if you don't specify the column, this is the standard SQL statements syntax. You just use this star, and then from this is the table ID, or we see that is the table name. When you enter, you will get, let's make this smaller. So we focus on, because we don't need to do this model tree work for now. So then you can get these 5 columns of the elements. So element, we have our unique key is the ID. Also, we use that to refer to the other tables like property, relationship. Later on, when we do the join, you will see that. And here, second one is the type, is the element type. This element type is come to our this repository. All the models, if you click here, so you may see we have our model. So let me see here, show model, tools, Windows, model, validate. Not this one. Yeah, that is our model, show outline, property. This, oh, it's not this one. Editor. Oh, it's the, I think it's the palette, right? So I just reshape is our model. So what you have seen here, so if I put that in the bigger one, so you see here you have a course of action, capability. So those are mapping to here. So these are the resource, capability, value stream, and the course of action. So those notation type is the element type. And after I think 4.9 is specialization is introduced. So if you have a certain specialization, so here, so that also can be listed. I have 6 specialization, but I don't actually is interested for now. So for that, and this is the element name and element documents. The element document is actually the detail of this element. So if I put that show property, it's here. So documentation is this one. So if I write down something, is like the description or some comments, these comments will have some contents. And for short is for element, you got these 5 tables, 5 columns. Let's see, so just the top 5 relationship, you get more columns. So you have ID, but these ID, even they are same name, we introduced the last video, is they are not the same ID. This is the relationship unique ID. So that is the unique or primary key in the relationships table. So that is not the same. And the second column is this type. And the specialization is exists in almost all tables. And then these are the relationship name. Normally, is we don't give our relationship a name, but if you click one relationship, you can see here. So you can give our name, then that will not just show the type and the source and the target. And in relationship table, these two columns are important. Source and are the source ID for source element, and target ID is for the target element ID. So these two ID are both mapping to the ID column in elements. So we also introduced in the last video. So remember, this is from one element ID table column. Actually, they refer to this two ID column in relationships table. That will give you a very important prerequisite when you consider any query. We demoed that in the last one, which is the most complicated query, to join between the element and the relations. So those are the things I just using one line. You can show the columns and the tables. By default, I think on this Archi HTML exported report, all the column type are the text, or we can say string or varchar. So there's no the numbers or floats for that. I don't do this one by one, but here from the article, I show you all the 7 tables, top 5. This content is coming from this archi practice. So if you use your own model or use other model, you may see the different content, but column should be same. So just please be noted is when you come to property table, the first primary key column is not the ID, it's the concept ID. So remember that, and then that will be important when you refer to some properties tables query. And then the key and the value both have the prop key and mapping to prop value. And this concept ID actually is the referred to this element ID. So that is the one-to-many, I should say. So every this ID may have our same ID in elements, but one element ID may have multiple lines in properties because you can assign the multiple property here. So if I have an element, you can see property. That can be the one-to-many. So you may see this ID can be duplicated in several lines, but they must refer to the different property. It's not the often used if you assign one property with multiple proper value, so that is not make sense. And another thing is I will not go to this detail, but if you want to query some contents from certain view, you can load this view ID, and every view ID they have several contents. Content is the elements, all relationship. So those are depending on the content type. And as similar is you can extract the folder and the folder content. Folder content can also be the element and relationship, but the more interesting is a folder can have the subfolder. So you can see here, you also have our folder can be our content ID belong to our parent folder. So there is a basic part. I hope is you can use these 7 statements, play on that, and try to make familiar with those tables. And I didn't find is the way I raised a question to the AlaSQL project is whether there's a command that can clear this web-based table, like is the clear. So it's not work. So it's not work. And for if you use MySQL, is they have some Control L. It's also not work because this is the web. So I cannot using command to clear the window, but this window have too many tables and make it's not easy to look. But if you want to make a clean start, one tricky workaround I can introduce is click this model name. then you can see the right part restored by this purpose as the first. Then from here is if you click query again, then you get this clean. So that is a tricky part, but you can use this to ensure you don't bothered by some existing or historical, or even sometimes you write down some wrong query and get unnecessary or unexpected result. You don't want to show that. So let's use that tricky part. Then let's go to the second part. Let's do some more query practice. Here I'm listing some sample from variable use case. It may not cover all, but I hope it's through these samples you get some more understanding about the query writing in AlaSQL. So first one, let's try to list the specific type of element. We just use the select something from. So let's add this where. So let's just list down the top 10 capability element. So if I put in here, so maybe let's write down this together. So select, let's do this maybe top 20 to show more. And then everything. Or you can see I just wanted to see the name and type. So if you don't want this everything, since we also use as to give our alias, so you can use this one. So now E is our elements table, so I just want name and this type from elements. Ensure E is the capital in the start. S E where E dot type equal to capability. So now you get just these two tables. If you don't limit the column, you get all the tables. But if you don't remember this capability, actually is you can also use the same the term like. Oh, I remember it's cap. So just use this percentage. So I don't know whether it's capability or capabilities. So I use this one. So they gave you the capability. But if you have a similar or the different type starting from same CAP, then you will get both. So those one you can see you can use the exact equal or use like as some just the partial search. And also, if you want to do the sort, you can use ordered by. So that is also same to the SQL. But if I even don't know what type in the element are existed in my model, so you can get here the element type as one list. So this one, so you can get all the elements type. But keep in mind here, you should have are distinct, because element, if you just get element type, it will get very many the different element ID, but they have the same type, like here. So you will get many capability, but I just wanted to list that as our dictionary, then use distinct as the keywords. Then you get this the element type. But please be noted also is those element type are the element type you used already in your Archi model. So if you just use the capability starting with your model, then when you list that, they just list the available element type which in the elements table. for now. So it's not means this 38 can will be the 100% of the element type. If you want to know that, is you can come to here to learn is this possible can more than 38. But I recommend is you use this way because within this Archi HTML report, you need to familiar what's their naming. So it's not have our space, for example, between application and the components. And sometimes is this system software, how to code that. And especially is if you want to see the relationship. So relationships, that is the relationship table. SR. So then you can use this way to list down what kind of the relationship you already use. Oh, sorry. Select distinct R dot type from relationships SR. Yeah. So you can see within the current Archisurance finished model, we have 11 types of the relation, but possible is there's a certain relations we haven't used. For example, we don't have this we have the association, but let's verify here. Here total is the 3 by 4 is 13, so or at least the 12. But I only have 11. So that means I have some relationship doesn't use within my model. So that is possible happened. So understand is what are the element, what are the items available in your existing model or the HTML report is very important because if you try to query that not use the number 12 relations, you will get empty result. So then let's continue. So let's list the specific property with their value. So we try to use the first is list down all the properties proper key. So I use this distinct properties proc key from property table. I got this 4 property. So phase, capability level, certain days last update by. So let's try to query the value of property with phase. So I want to understand this what's the value I used in the property with the key phase, proper key phase, and I want to load both key and the value. So if I want to run this, I got 2 values. So you can use that as our checking for your immunity. These values is if you want to introduce more property values, you can use this as a verification. So that is a way is only to be current and to be. So that is ways you can have those properties on hand. Then if you don't use the distinct, as I mentioned in this element or the relationship part, you see you will get multiple or duplicated property value because they have the different ID. So try to familiar with these statements, and use this way you can query any value from those 7 tables. For example, let's list all type of relationship. So with this one, so then you can use that for the other 4 tables. I will not show you one by one. And let's move on to the third part is some more the queries or the complicated query to dealing with the combined table. So that is the more, I think it's a more often situation because normally is if you want to do some simple data analytical work is just list down data from one table is not sufficient. So let's see one samples because using combined table, you need to familiar with this joint clause or statement syntax. So let's try to first sample list some element with their property. So the property is one of those conditions. So in Archi assurance model, we create two property. So capability level. So if we back to here, capability level and the phase. For some business capability, let's query those capabilities together with those properties key and value. So I gave you this statement. Let's write down that together. So select, if I call element as E, then I will select element name. And the property is the proper key is the p dot proper value. And then, yeah, let's just keep writing because in AlaSQL on this one line, this input field, if you click enter, you will be wrong that statement. So let's just keep elements as E. So you can hide this as, that is fine. Then you can use join. That is the element table joined property table as T. When you use join, you will use our on keyword. Join on which column? So is elements ID equal to properties concept ID. And then we add our condition. So elements type. We just wanted to see with those capability level or phase because I know we put that into the capability. So let's make the type is I have the interest on the capability. Then enter. So you will get our list is a name coming from the elements table, per key part value coming from the property table. In the backend is the joint every line which having the same elements ID to the property ID, or we call this concept ID. Then this element's name is our type is the capability, and we assign this have a face only to be property. But let's see whether we have some, we don't have our same, but we have a business product. Let me see whether we have something. Oh, I think it's a customer. Oh, this one. For customer management is same element, but we have two different properties. So that show you this is the one-to-many relationship. But for the capability value is we just assign 0, 1, 2. That is our hierarchy level. So using this way, so you can just read this element. I didn't write down inner, but when I enter, press enter key, the AlaSQL on this web page, they automatically add the inner for me. So that is the inner. So so that which means is the inner and join are talking the same the result. But if you put that, let's see, it's not the inner. If we see the outer, you can see that means if you want to join from another angle, so that is generate some the unexpected result. But let's see. So if I change this to the left join, it's not supported. And if I put this right, it's get the same. So the inner without inner and right. So here is the right join. They get this same. So which means the inner is equal to the right join. So by default, they come to this right join things. And then this we go to the last one. Let's make our more complicated situation. So let's try to list application with certain relationship. So for example, it's in Archi figure 22. Let's come to that figure. So that is one application architecture figure. So on this figure or this view, we show this application, different application, they have the relationship for the information transfer. We use the flow relation to connect from one application components to another application components. So let's try to write this query to list down all the application components having this flow relation and list the source application name or the element name, destination element name, and in the middle there is a relationship. So maybe we can also put this, let's see, so if I click this CRM, so what's this CRM? The data looks like this CRM is the element relation. So CRM is the name. So possible I can also add our relationship name. So let's write down this one. So I put our sample here. So let's read that. So select. So we because it's the from the data model, you remember is in the relationships table, you only have the source ID, that target ID. You don't have the source name, target name. So we should find out the source name, target name through this ID in the elements table. So that means is the elements table should use this inner join from the elements to the relationship, but they are on condition is the relationship's source ID equal to elements ID, and also relationship target ID equal to element same column ID. But this here is introduce you this tricky arrangement, because if you just join to the same elements, even although you give them E1, E2, if you don't create a different folder name, the column name, like it's a source name, target name, you will get a result in the same column. So let's write down this to another table. So I gave you this sample. So let me see what I mentioned. So if I say here, I don't have this 2s. So I just wanted to, maybe it's, I also want this. We see is we can have R name. Then I can show that CRM data. So I can add that. So if I want to see source ID, so actually this one is I call this E1. Is I want this source ID mapping to the elements ID. So E1's dot name should be the name of source ID. Same as the target ID equal refer to this E2's name. And the middle is coming from the relationship. And I have the three conditions. So R relationship type, I just wanted to extract the flow. So that is in our this number 22 field. But when I get that, is those relationship may beyond this view 22. So I just wanted to see all the flow relation. And first elements type and the second element type, I want just limit it to the application components. So if I have some business element also have a flow relation, it's not in my interest. So let's copy this to here, then enter. So you can see here, even I mentioned I want 6 column select, but finally you only get 4 columns. So worst column is you not get is this name column is doesn't separate. This name column now is merged with these 3 column because all those are actually called the name. So you cannot have them without any those rename. So that is this S is actually the rename part. So let's go to again. So I copy this one, but I need to here. So I want to add our relationship name. Remember, this also our name. So let's put that as the relation name. And then let's enter. So now you can see the result. So I have source ID. When I separate mention the S for this the E1 name as source name, then this source name is can be put in our separate column. Now I have the relationship type and the relationship name. This name is also I use S to do that, and the same as the E2 name as our target name. So now you get this combined table. And then this you also refer the different ID to make those the IDs name retrieved from elements table. So that is the way I want to show you, so you can get this view for those. So until now, I think it's already time. It's more than 40 minutes. So I hope it's you get through this live demo. You get some more understanding about this HTML report exported from Archi. So I try to see any variation from AlaSQL, but for now I think it's a majority. The syntax or the almost all syntax you can refer to the AlaSQL wiki to because they are quite standardized. But since this is the read-only report, I don't think you can insert tables or insert column or alter table. I try to alter is not taking effect, but I think that may not be our purpose as well. So next video I will show you is beyond this simple query directly in this HTML report is we can also load those data into our analytical or BI system. I will demo to you how to use Power BI, the Microsoft product, to load those tables. Then we can analyze those Archi repository or Archi model in the more visualized way. Here is you just get those the tables, and I want to have some statistic with different chart. Then we can make that in the Power BI. And when you load this as a source data in our BI system, that will be easier for you to combine other data set or data source. Then you can do some cross mapping work. So that will be the next video's target. And then back to this one, I hope you enjoy this query practice. And if you have any questions or comments, just feel free to let me know. So I will be happy to hear and keep adding some more use case in this wiki page. So see you in the next video. Good luck. Bye.